Hey, good morning. I see Susan and Lisa here. Welcome to the Sunday morning community meditation. Hi, Brenda. I see we have 9 people on right now. Ellie, good morning. Oh, I like this. Sunny. See lots of chiming in from sunny Arizona, sunny Delaware, and sunny New York City. And I'm in sunny Southern California, so it's nice. We've had a lot of rain lately. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jason Thomas. I am a licensed educational psychologist and a community meditation. I'm a meditation teacher, whether it's in a community or not. Here with the Center for Mindful Living. Oh, Peter, man, it's gray in England. I apologize. Anyway, I'll just give everybody a few minutes to log in and settle down, and then we'll get started. Okay. Oh, look at that. We're up to 19 folks now. Great. I did put a link in the chat if you would like to donate. I think it's up there. Yeah. So there's a link if you would like to donate. You don't have to, but if you feel moved to, I know we would appreciate that. Good morning, Monica. Let's see, a lot of regulars are here. I see somebody's here for the first time. Lisa. Hi, Lisa. So great you're here. Anybody else new here this week that hasn't been with this group before? Hi, good morning, Gwen. So those of you who have done meditations with me in the past, you know that my children are very loud. And they actually are not home today. So I'm just home with the dog. So it's just going to be you and I, which I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of peace about that right now. Rachel, second time here. Welcome. That's awesome. Great. Okay. Just one more minute. Each you'd like to give about 5 minutes for everybody to join, and then we'll get started. And Dan, welcome back after a long absence. It's always good to get back on the horse again. I appreciate that, Brenda. Thank you. They do bring a certain kind of energy to the day. Yes, they do. That's great. All right, so let's get started. So usually I like to start out with a little kind of personal story. So today I'm going to tell you about my friend. He he got married over when we were, most of us were isolating. So he did a wedding over Zoom, and this is, really one of my closest friends in the world. And he wanted me to be a part of his virtual wedding party and give a speech, right, to for the guests to listen to. And so he and a couple of us where we recorded videos of the speech. And, of course, I was very honored. And I wanted to do a really great job. And so I didn't want to just do like the standard, like, everybody raise your glasses and, like just kind of the basic type of toast. I wanted to do something that was super creative and amazing and probably could be turned into a short film that would go, into Sundance Film Festival or something. Like that was kind of like in my mind of like what I wanted to do. And so I got my wife and my kids and, wrote out a whole script, and this thing was going to be amazing. And then, of course, what happens, as always, is my kids and my wife were not executing my plan as I saw it, and so there might have been some yelling and some unkind words from me, and then probably from them back to me. And so here I was, I was giving this speech or preparing to give this speech about the virtues of marriage. And I'm totally resentful and yelling at my wife and kids because they're not doing what I'm wanting to do. And what got in the way of the essence of what that video should have been, right? And that was perfectionism. And that perfectionism is often fueled by my ego. And I'm talking about myself, although you may relate to this as well. It's my need to be viewed as special or impressive, and conversely, if I'm not special or extraordinary, then I'm not worthy or of respect or care. And so it's a second one that's kind of a tough pill to swallow, because I can't control other people's feelings towards me, no matter how perfectly I act. There are just, there are certain things I can do, right, to drive people away, but I can't make other people love and respect me, no matter how badly I want to. And sometimes, as in the case of that wedding video, trying to be perfect will actually cause people to not want to be around me. And so I don't know if you guys ever took that love language survey or assessment, but as you can probably guess, mine is praise. Praise is my love language. And I can relate to the dog in this New Yorker cartoon. So it's a picture of a man walking his dog, and the dog's thought bubble is above his head, and it says, "It's always good dog, never great dog." Like that, that's me. I want to be the great dog, not just the good dog. And so today's meditation, we're going to explore perfectionism and how we can give ourselves and others grace just to be as we are. And so let's get started. So find a, whatever surface you're going to be sitting on, whether that's a cushion, a chair, if you're lying down, just as long as you're not too sleepy that you're going to fall asleep. And just get settled into your meditation position. And maybe shift a little bit to the left and to the right, maybe a little forward and back until you kind of find that nice, comfortable balance for yourself. And then when you're ready, you can either gently close your eyes or have a soft gaze on the floor in front of you. And just feeling yourself sitting here or lying here in this position, feeling the weight of your body, the length of your body. And let's take a couple of mindful breaths together. So these are going to be very intentional breaths, arriving breaths, really just to kind of anchor us into the present moment. And then we will return to our normal pace of breathing. So just breathing in through the nostrils, very gently and deeply, and then holding. And now releasing slowly and fully, emptying the lungs. And now breathing in deeply through the nostrils again. Holding at the top. And now as you release the breath, just allowing a slight smile to form at the mouth. Letting that smile be a sign of friendliness towards yourself. And now one more breath just like that, breathing in deeply. Holding at the top. Slowly releasing. Maybe letting that smile again creep across your face. And now just allowing the breath to resume its normal and natural pace. Feeling a little more settled, a little more present. And just noticing if there's any areas of tension in the body that could be released a little bit. Maybe there's some tightness in the jaw or the shoulders, or anywhere else in the body. And if you notice that, just invite that area to soften. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but just make the intention. And now returning to the breath and locating the area in the body where the breath is easiest to detect. So that might be the inflow and outflow at the nostrils. Might be the rising and falling in the chest or the abdomen. Or maybe it's just the expansion of the whole body, expanding and contracting with each breath. It's whatever feels best and easiest to settle your attention on. Settle it there now. And if you're having a hard time anchoring your attention, sometimes it's helpful to mentally whisper in on the in breath and out on the out breath. Feeling each breath from when it enters the body until it turns to the out breath and it exits the body and then turns to enter the body again. And staying with is that natural inflow and outflow of the breath. The body's just breathing all on its own. Nothing to do but just to observe. And as we focus on the breath, the mind will inevitably wander away, getting lost in thought or distracted in some way. And when that happens, see if you might notice if there's a tendency to criticize yourself for that. And you just notice that negative judgment towards yourself. Or maybe it's having some resentment towards and a distraction in your environment, whether it's construction or traffic noise or a child in the background or whatever it is, and see if you can notice your tendency to have judgment about that as well. And then just see if you can allow it to be there. And then return to the breath. Sometimes it's helpful to state something to remind yourself that this is how it is right now. I'm doing the best I can, and that's good enough. And sometimes it can be painful to confront with how harsh we are with ourselves, with others. Just allowing yourself some grace for that as well. I'm doing the best I can, and that's good enough. And just staying with the breath, noticing when the mind wanders, seeing if you can let go of the judgment and return to the breath. And breathing in and breathing out. And this is how it is right now. Now, when you're ready, just relaxing the attention, just letting the mind be as it is, wherever it wants to go right now. As much as we would like to be perfect and execute flawlessly without breaking a sweat, that just isn't attainable most of the time. Learning to love ourselves just as we are, without reservations, Doesn't mean we don't strive to improve or perform well. However, it does mean that this love is not tied to how well we perform. When we love and value ourselves, no matter the outcome, we can forge forward with courage, creativity, and confidence. And now we'll close the meditation just with a brief loving kindness. And so, placing a hand over your heart or somewhere that feels supportive to you. And just repeat, may I and all beings everywhere love and accept ourselves just as we are. May I and all beings everywhere love and accept ourselves just as we are. And now just taking a couple of deep intentional breaths. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Maybe beginning to move around a little bit. Maybe reaching up and stretching. Letting the light creep back into the eyes. And then when you're ready, opening your eyes. All right. Thank you all for being here today. Please, if you had any insights during the meditation, please post those in the comments and I'll read a few of those. It's always helpful to learn from our peers. I know I feel better. This could just be insights or something you want to take with you into the week. Oh, yeah, Gwen, perfectionism can lead one to get angry at oneself. Yes, yes. Definitely, I identify with that very much, Gwen. Yeah. Is anyone else, if they feel bold enough or brave enough to share some insight or something they want to bring into their week, trying to let go of the ego? Oh, yeah. That's tough. Oh, thank you, Brenda. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. You know, that's my love language right there, praise. Yeah, presentations are tough. I know public speaking gets the best of us, especially me too. Yeah, it's not a one and done process for sure, Gwen. It's a little bit at a time, over and over. Okay, so it is 9:31, so Pacific time anyway. So I want to be mindful of your time and wrap this up. But again, thanks everyone for being here today. It's always good to practice with you, and I'll see you next time. And there'll be another meditation here next week. Okay, take care. Bye bye.